Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending what time you're watching this. Um, Thank you. Today we're gonna be talking something very important. That is gonna be saving you. It's gonna be saving you money at the end of the day. Okay, so it's important. It's gonna be directing more to buyers. So if you have a friend, somebody that is looking to purchase anything, you might wanna share this video, save it to come back. But before we start all of that, guys, let's hit that intro. The market is changing. And if you were not listening to what I've been preaching or advising or letting you guys know, um, this shouldn't be news. This shouldn't not be something new, you know. Um, I've been saying this since the beginning of the year, probably since October, also November, that you should start getting just put everything in order. Now we already in April, we in the second quarter of um of the market cycle. Is it too late? No, it's not too late. You know, there's always, as long as we're alive, there's always time for everything, right? But if you trying to purchase a home, if you trying to um do something for yourself, you need to take action, because now, no, it doesn't matter how much of a realtor, not how much of a good realtor I could be, or a lender, or all the pieces that take to help a person like you obtain a property. It starts by you. It really does, because if you don't like a, a particular property, there's nothing I could do, say, right, that's gonna make you want to buy that. And I honestly don't want to be in that situation neither. I don't want to be putting myself, I don't want to be forcing myself to tell my client, yeah, you should buy this, you should buy this, because I need you to like it. I need you to enjoy. The whole purpose of buying a home is not just to have a home and tell yourself I'm a homeowner, but when you get home, that special feeling that you get, like, this is my house, that's what we strive for. Like, hey man, they helped me a lot, they prepared me, I'm ready for this. And that's basically what we're going to be talking about today. The mistakes that home buyers make from the get-go, because it happens. I understand that it's not every day that you purchase a home. For many people, it's gonna be one home and that's it. But other people, it's gonna be like every 2 years, every 5 years, they buying a home. So they probably end up buying like more than 7 or 10 homes. You know, everybody's different. However, you always want to be prepared. You always want to be on point, because your time is money. Your time, not my time. So if you waste your time, as a realtor, can already see that. So then I got to tell myself, if this buyer does not taking this serious, why should I take this serious? Why should the seller take you serious? You know? So you, as the buyer, you set the tone. Okay? Keep that in mind. You set the tone. I, as a realtor, will help you, and I will try to tell you, hey, we don't go right here. We go left. Hey, don't do that. We continue straight. But let's just get to what we gotta talk about today. So this way, um, You understand what I'm talking about. Let me see. Do we gotta get going? Oh, it's all pink. Why is it all pink? I wonder why it's all pink. Let me see. I don't know why is it showing all pink, guys. I am so sorry. I don't know why. Don't know. Why is it? Let me see. Interesting. In my screen, I don't see it like this. So maybe if I do that, no. Oh wait, let me see something. Let me let me let me see if I can address that. Let me try that one more time. Let me see if that works. Oh, there you go. All right. So basically, we're gonna be talking about five mistakes, right? 5 first-time home buyer mistakes that you must avoid. Okay. So I mean, we're gonna be touching. There's definitely more than 5, right? It's definitely, but this is quite a few things that keep on popping up that home buyers just don't tend to listen, But we go over them and we could chat. Okay, so basically, we already spoke about the basic. Are you buying your first home? Are you moving? Uh, you know, one wrong move could cost you thousands of dollars. That is correct. One wrong move could cost you $1,000. Um, I'm here to assist you, and then we're gonna be going over the things like so. Mistake number 1: skipping pre-approval. This is like most definitely you need your pre-approval, and let's see one of the points that we got here. Falling in love with your home, falling in love with a home you can't afford. Most definitely, the pre-approval will definitely wake you up from that. Sellers may not take you serious. That is absolutely true, because there comes to a point that you submit an offer, they're gonna want to see that pre-approval. No if, no buts. Unless you're buying with cash, then you don't need a pre-approval, but you need proof of funds. Okay, so you want to have that ready. Even just give it to your realtor, to your representation. Make sure that any personal information, you grab a black marker and you cover that. So basically, you just want your name and your address. Any account information, boom, that's all you see. Or and they got to see the amount that it's in your account. So that first page from your statement should be sufficient. They don't need to see none of those transactions coming in and coming out. Okay, so that's pretty accurate. Um, I have several buyers that have a problem with this, but it just sets the tone. It sets the tones that you are serious. And fine, you might tell me that you are serious, but you need this. Okay, there's no other way around this. Mistake number 2: ignore your credit score. Now this is before. This right here is before and during the process. Okay, risk. Let's see what they have here is risk of high interest rates or loan denial. This is totally true. Okay, the higher the rate, the higher your credit score, the more flexibility the lender will have on giving you a better rate. or you probably are able to get a better program, that could help you in the long run. Credit improvement, major savings. That is totally true. Tip: avoid big purchasing before closing. Before closing and during closing. All right, quick story, real quick. I had a buyer that had great credit. They were like ideal, great credit. They had enough money saved. They had really low debt. During the transaction, we was purchasing a home. They decided to go purchase two lots, two lands, lots. And they did not tell me this. And next thing you know, uh, when we are doing the loan, ready to close, it pops up saying that they own two lands, 2 acres. They own two lots of acres. And when the lender was doing all the numbers, they were like $1,000 or like $100. It was a small fraction that they couldn't get approved because the debt to income ratio went over. So they were trying. Matter of fact, I spoke with them yesterday. They want to get rid of those lands. We couldn't purchase the property at the end of the day. So that's how much of importance it is. When you start this process, you really can't be looking to purchase a new car. You can't be purchasing new furniture, not until the deal is done. Once the deal is done, that same day when you sign, you execute everything, and they tell you clear to close, go buy yourself a new car, go buy yourself anything, go crazy, because your credit might be perfectly it will be really good. But in reality, don't go do that if you don't need to. It's gonna put you in a worse situation, right? But yeah, take care of your credit, and even after, guys, it's good financial behavior. Mistake number 3: understanding the cost. You don't. How many people, after speaking with the lender, call me saying, "Let me see this. What's going on with this camera?" You understand how many people call me after speaking with the lender saying, "Hey, how much is the closing cost? Oh, hey, how much is going to be this?" My friends, ask questions. But ask them. I don't mind answering them. Of course, I'll help them. But if you know the lender is taking care of your finances, who you think it's best suitable to answer that? It's the lender. Down payment is not the only cost. That is correct. It's not. It is more. You have your closing costs. You have your inspections, right? You got money that you got to put as earnest money. That's why it says they are planned for 3 to 6% in additional expenses. And you got to think, even after you close on the deal, right? Now you got to set your utilities, any transfers, your water, your gas, electricity. If you have a house, then you got to somebody to, if you don't do your own lawn, that's another bill. And then if you have a pool in the back, that's another bill. So you got to be well aware of what's going to be happening once you acquire your new property. Choosing the wrong location. This is I had a client that told me that she feels frustrated. I mean, no, not frustrated. She feels rushed because her first home, she purchased it rushed. Now, when you get a pre-approval, they tell you have like around 60 to 90 days to find a house. But what they really meaning is that pre-approval that they telling you, it's valid for 90 days. Now, that same pre-approval could go further. It's just you need to get in contact with your lender and say, "Hey, is this still valid?" And they're gonna tell you, has anything changed from the last time that you from the last time we spoke. Your job, you still working? You still getting paid the same? Yes. Have you maxed your credit cards? Anything has changed in your credit? No. Okay. Um, do you still have the savings that you showed us last time? Yes. Okay, so it's still valid. Okay. So that's basically what they're gonna tell you. But it's always important to have that validated, so this way there's no mistake of that. But choosing the wrong location, commute time, school, future resales value, yes, it does matter. Okay, that's why it's very important to know where you want to live for, and you shouldn't feel rushed or pressure to purchase in a certain area. But also, no, don't tell me that you want to live anywhere between 4 or 5 cities, because then it's gonna consume your time. Try to narrow it down. Do you want to live next to your job? Is the school more important than your job? You're gonna have to sacrifice something at the end of the day, unless your job is at school, or the school is next to the job. Then yeah, you could do that. You know, lifestyle is shaped by the location, not just the house. Be able to, maintaining a house is not cheap. That's just what people don't understand. Consider your daily routine before buying. So a lot of people tell me, is this is this a good neighborhood, Danny? I can't answer that question. You know, I'm a realtor. I can't be um it's called steering or letting you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have a lot of people here within XYZ, and you should be able to fit in right now. If you want to know, drive at night. Over the weekend, Friday night, just drive the neighborhood. Do some homework. You're gonna be living there, not me. Do some homework, and you feel, if, oh yeah, there's a quiet neighborhood and stuff like that. Well, here in Houston, most of the neighborhoods are pretty decent. You know, something that you should do is, if you are driving the neighborhood, if you see an owner, be courteous and say, hey, I'm thinking of moving within the neighborhood. Anything? Wanted to see how's the HOA here. Very important. Are they very strict? Are they flexible? Are they friendly? Or they just like bugging you for anything? Very, very important for you to do that. Just so you can know, to see what's going on. Guys, this is a live chat. So if you have any questions whatsoever, I'll be more than happy to help you out. Anything like that, I can answer whatever question. But yeah, guys, I know that your realtor, I know that most of you depend on your realtor, but this is gonna be your home, at the end of the day. So it's just like when you go to a job interview, you look up the company, you make sure that everything it's on, if you want to work with them or not. So, but yeah, do that, drive the neighborhood, be friendly. And if that neighbor just flicks you off and like, leave me alone, hey, that's make sure that your house is not next to him, you know but yeah. All right, let's move on. We got one more tip. Let's see. Number 5, not hiring the right agent. This is so true, because not all agents work the same. Got to think about it. Not all mechanics are honest, or there is any honest mechanic. I don't know. I'm not picking on mechanics, but like, you go to a doctor, get a second opinion. You go, you got to find your match. You just got to find which agent is going to represent me more, which agent is going to educate me more, which agent is going to pick up the phone when I'm there, when I need them, when I'm panicking. Maybe you find an agent that has all these qualities. Maybe, you don't. or you just go with your cousin that just got their license a week. And I'm not picking on new agents at all, but everybody works different. Everyone has different ethics. Okay. Um, I normally tell my clients, like, I'll answer my phone as long as I'm awake. If I'm sleeping, I'm not gonna be answering his phone because I probably won't hear it. Okay, but it's very important that you know who you want to work with. So going with your solo or using the wrong agent could cost you. Yes, it could cost you time. It could cost you time because now if you go with a friend for a buddy that only works part time, and then you happen to be driving and say, "Hey, this house looks good," and you call your buddy that works part time and it's like, "Hey, I can't answer the phone. I can only text. I'm at work." And then you tell them, "I wanted to see this house," and they tell you, "Oh yeah, we could go view it on Saturday." It's Wednesday. You text them on Wednesday, Saturday. By Friday, by that night, by that next day, that property could be gone. And then you got to really tell yourself, I just lost a possible house that could have been mine. And then you got to go another month and another month looking for a property. This is just scenario. It could, it cannot, it could and or could not happen, but it has happened because I've seen it, and I've had friends, colleagues tell me that this has happened. A great educator, like we said, great negotiator, and somebody that protects you. This is very crucial because even the best of us sometimes slip up. Okay, and that's just being me being frank. So you got to make sure you set the expectations both ways. There's a clear communications. If you don't, if they tell you, we just went on the contract, this is what's going to happen next. Are you going to do an option period? Option period is not recommended, but it is highly recommended. It's ways to protect yourself, so yeah, so that's a good point. Work with someone who truly understands first time home buyer. That is correct. A lot of home buyers need to be just like a kid that you need to hold their hands and just walk with them. And some of them know the system. Some buyers know how it works, but they still need that extra attention. But yeah, everybody's different, guys. So make sure that you know who you're working with. So a quick recap is just get your pre-approval early. As soon as you know that you need this is gonna happen, you should start working on this. Check and protect your credit. Budget for all costs. Most definitely. Start saving, because you don't want to depend on seller contribution. You need to know what's gonna happen. And your realtor and your lender should be able to give you like brief estimates on what you should be seeing monthly wise when the mortgage start coming in. And be honest with yourself. This is a question that I tell my clients: how much you paying for rent? And some of them tell me, "Oh, I'm paying $1,500 for rent." Okay, are you comfortable paying $2,000 a month? Some of them tell me, "No, I'm not. It's gonna be tight." So even though you got approved for X amount, let's say for 250, I don't think that you should be buying 250. I think you should be buying somewhere around 180,000. That's reality check right there, guys. Because you're gonna be stranded. You're gonna feel like you can't hold the loan. And we're not trying to get you a house so you could lose it. It's just a reality check. Think about long-term location. That's where you want to live, like we spoke about. Crazy neighbors, HOA, etc. And choosing the right agents, guys. All of those are important. I'm glad you stood to the end. I appreciate you all. Here's my information: free consultation, first time buyers. Let's get together, set a plan. You can find me on all social media platforms. Until next time, guys, God bless. Enjoy the rest of the week, and see you next week.